Good afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. I just wanted to come on here. I'm driving, so hope I don't get pulled over. Never done this. Just something on my heart real quick. I just met with a friend of mine, and we were having lunch. His name is Jerry Fee. He's a cool guy, musician, goes around the country, seems like around the world, just loving on people with his ministry that he does. And you know, we were getting ready to have lunch there, and I got there a little bit early, 10-15 minutes, and so I was sitting waiting, and there was this older fella and his son came in and they made their way over to their table, which was two away. It was two away from where we were sitting. And so there were some people there in between us and them, and they knew them and hadn't seen one another in a long time. And so as they were catching up there real quick, the fella, whose name is Ricky, revealed that he's been struggling with cancer for a long time. In fact, he said for 5 years. He's going through chemo, and he said he's tried everything, and it punched me in the gut. Punched me in the gut because he was sitting there with his son, and I've been that son. Sat in the room with my dad, who'd been struggling with cancer for years, trying everything. They were waiting on one last thing. One last thing was gonna make all the difference. This experimental medical procedure was going to make all the difference. They tried everything, but I got afraid because my emotions did this. I got excited inside and emotional. I was hurting for him, and I was hurting for his son, and I didn't do anything about it when I heard what I heard. Jerry made his way in and sat down. We ate, and actually we ordered. Made his way in, we ordered. And between the time we ordered, Jerry was talking to me, and he was telling me about his ministry and how it all went last year, because he goes out and travels yearly. And I was trying my absolute best to keep up with what he was saying, but I couldn't shake what I heard that man say. And so Jerry was talking, and I wanted to be present with Jerry, but I couldn't be present with Jerry because my mind and my heart was on that man and his son. And so it came to a place where I'm like, you know what? The people that were between us left. I didn't want to interrupt their time together. They left, and I told Jerry, I said, listen, there's a guy over here that's sick, and I overheard. I'm gonna go pray for him. I wasn't being released from it because I couldn't understand anything Jerry was saying. I don't even know what he said up to that time. He was telling me all about his ministry. I know I caught some of it, but most of it was just my mind was being flooded with this fella and his poor son sitting there. And so I got up, and I motioned for Jerry to come with me. What most people that might be listening to this don't know, my dad's name was Jerry. And so I had Jerry standing there with me. I asked the fella his name. He said it was Ricky. And his son told me his name was Kit. Kit or Kip. I don't remember. It was loud in there. And so I asked him, could we lay hands on him? He took his hat off and he put himself in position straight away. It was just his son. Before I even got through just telling him my name, his son had already put his head down in reverence. So, when you tried everything and then somebody just walks up out of nowhere anyway, I prayed for this fella and he was so elated. He was a stoic guy. Don't believe me, he didn't get up and dance. We got through. He said thank you, put his hat back on his head. And everybody in the room kept looking over at Jerry and I. Like, I don't know, it was just strange, everybody looking at us that way, but we were standing up praying in a small room. And later on, I went and sat back down with Jerry and I was released. I actually could have a conversation with my friend. I understood him. So we kept talking and eating there, and later on he and his son got up and left, and his son went out the back door and he went out the side of the door we were sitting on and, you know, waved, and as he was passing us by out in the glass outside, he just kept waving. I don't know if anybody's ever done that for him, ever. And I pray there's a testimony somewhere in there for him. The only message I have in this is just listen carefully when you're in these positions. Because people get put in these positions all the time. Christians get put in this position all the time, and it's a really scary thing to get up and go across the room and be the center of attention. You don't mean to be, you don't want to be, but that's what it is. You're standing there, and that whole little room was, you know, the size of most people's living room. It was a small room, so you know what you're doing is being witnessed. But that ain't why I did it. That's why I didn't want to do it. And so, anyway, just be ready. You ain't given time. Thanks.